What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Week 8 Nffl Ceedeez Golden Penix presser. Well, we gotta get this out of the way here, baby. A little combo one. Yeah, we got a 0. Another one. It don't matter. I'm not playing with my dick. I'm trying to get my pin out. So yeah, unlike Ryan, we'll go ahead and do this on screen. We owed for the big Q. Didn't even get a target. I think he was like number 15, 16. No, he was higher than that. The number 13 or 14 wide receiver overall this season through 7 weeks. And doesn't even get a target in week 8. Big fat fucking 0, dude. That's all he gave me. He gave me a 0 for targets, 0 for catches, 0 for yards, 0 for touchdowns. It was fun to watch. Not that game, but the rest of the matchup, because we did face probably, unless he turns his shit around, which he made some weird ass trades with Jackson. I mean, trade talks are trade talks. So, you can say whatever the fuck you want. But, I don't know, it's a little weird what's going on over there in the Millman household. I will say, Nffl, you're justified in what you're saying earlier in the week. I also had Bam Knight on my waivers, and I was pick number 2, waiver wire pick number 2, so little confused on how he got slipped all the way down all the way there. But whatever, Mealmans are going to do Mealman things. And we all know what that looks like. So at this point, we should all be prepared. But, yeah, we faced Ryan. So he's on, I created a 3-loss streak for him. 2 weeks in a row, he was low scorer than this past week. It looked like he may have been low scorer, but I think somebody edged him out for 4, 5, 6 points or something like that. So almost lowest score 3 weeks in a row. His presser, unfortunately, did not have a Papa Top in picture, in frame, while he drank his. So unfortunately, he's going to have to do that again, or he's going to get fined. So that's just a lot of money going out the door, unneeded. You know what I mean? I paid some money this year. I think I've been lowest score once or twice. And I think I've paid, I've done a lot of these punishments, but I think I've also paid a fine as well, a $5 fine for 4 quarterbacks. So, we're all kind of there. But, yeah, there's my little rant. It was at the beginning instead of the end. But let's go ahead and get into it. Shit and shitter. Shitter 1, shitter 2. Mariota and Dalton. Didn't realize that not having a bye. Somebody had a bye. Jaden Daniels got hurt for the 17th time this year. And then so did Penix, Michael Penix Jr. He got hurt. So I was unable to play my number 1 quarterback, my number 3 quarterback on my team. I had to pick up shitter number 1 and shitter number 2 here, Mariota and Dalton. They combined for a total 2 quarterbacks in a professional setting, playing 2 full games of Nffl football, combined for a fantasy point total of 12.44 points. That would be 6.22 points on average per quarterback. That's bad. That's garbage. I could have put 2 punters in there. I could have put 2 kickers in there. I could have put 2 shitty defenses in there and scored more points. So it's pretty funny that literally the 2 people I picked off of waivers, and there was some shit going around. Owen was talking to Jackson, or Jackson was talking to Owen and Ryan and this and that. Al at the KU game, they got a little jack-off session over there, trying to create some quarterback mayhem for me. What they didn't understand is I just don't give a shit kind of at this point. I'm kind of mentally out of fantasy. 3 and 5, it doesn't matter. I mean, if we win this week and let's say Jackson loses or no. Let's say, Jackson loses, and Ryan loses, and Nffl loses this week. If those three guys can lose, then I might squirt my way up into like sixth. Don't know how long I would stay there. Don't have a whole lot of confidence in this team, as we can tell. Fucking 12.5 points from my two quarterbacks combined, and two quarterbacks and one top 20 wide receiver got me a combined of 12 points. So that's pretty cool. Great team. Still scored like 130, I think, 138 something points, 138, 139, something like that. So still got their points totals. We wouldn't have beaten a whole lot of people, but we did beat Ryan. That's all it took. I think we beat him by almost 20 or something points, whatever. But we haven't drank any of this. We're already 6 minutes into this. Let's go ahead and get one of these bad boys going. Kona, Big Wave. Sponsored by Zin and Kona, Big Wave. Not actually, that's completely false advertising. We get zero money from anybody. Nobody pays attention to us. I think we get 3 views. One of them, maybe even 2 of them are me rewatching myself to make sure I don't look like a fucking retard, which I do all the time anyways. And then I'm pretty sure it's just Jackson and Megan and Owen skipping through on videos, especially like this. When I got a drink, he just wants to make sure I've finished it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all the way over here. So he's got to wait till the very end. He's got to be scrolling here and there and this and that. So yeah, that's kind of my little get together. I don't know. We don't got much more, man. This is just sad. Fantasy is just not my thing. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if I just didn't get all my people hurt, like Tracy got hurt in week 1, which he wasn't like any no-namer. He wasn't a namer at that point anyways. Him and Ceedeez were going to be fighting for it anyways, but I still really believe that he would have had an impact longer, and Ceedeez wouldn't have been as desirable or as impactful this early in the season. I feel like it would have been more of a natural transition from the veteran to the rookie. But the second year to the rookie. But man, it sucks that I had to drop him because I had so many other injuries at so many other positions. I mean, wide receivers, we've had injuries. Tight ends, we've had injuries. Both of our quarterbacks, we've had injuries. I think the only position this year we haven't had an injury besides like special teams, like the defense can't get injured. Your kicker can. We saw that earlier. Somebody had their kicker go to IR. I think that was Nffl, actually. Schrader, number 1 kicker, through like 4 weeks, went to IR, averaging like 14 points. It was crazy. And my punter. But, outside of those guys, I think the only position is like a running back. I don't believe I've had any running backs hurt this year. Knock on wood, but that's maybe our only silver lining is we haven't had a running back hurt. Have they been good? No, not at all. We currently only have 3 running backs on the roster, and we've had 3 running backs on the roster for 4 weeks now. We have put some really shitty trade offers out there. I'm going to rant a little bit here, Alex. Mr. Fries, what the fuck, dude? I sent you a Snapchat on Tuesday afternoon about a trade, and you didn't message me back until Thursday at like 2 o'clock today. And you said no. Like, what are you doing, bro? Could have said that a year ago. Fucking 48 hours. Like, trade talks. Like, shit could change within every minute. But to think that, like, I like the trade. I don't know if anybody was really winning. I think you would have gotten more depth, and I would have gotten a star, or what I would consider like a top 15, top 20 guy in Swift. But I don't know. I just, like, Kamara's been hurt. So, like, he hasn't done anything. But now his backup Keaton Mitchell or whatever, or not Keaton Mitchell. I can't. Keandre Miller, I think that's his name, Mr. Miller. He got hurt for like a good portion of this season now, and then they have like Devin Neal, which is the KU guy, but he's got an ankle injury as well. I don't know what they're doing. Like Spencer Rattler is just not throwing the ball to his running backs, which I can get, but he's a check down machine. Like he would rather throw it to a wide receiver a yard and a half down the field who's double covered rather than his running back who's peeling off the fucking O-line off to the right, who's got nobody for like 7 or 8 yards, and it's fucking Kyron Williams. Wow. It's fucking Alvin Kamara. Like he's a little old, but he's still Alvin Kamara. He's gonna juke some motherfuckers. He's gonna get some yards downfield, but they just haven't passed him the ball. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't get it, but. Trying to get as much as I can. I don't think I can get it in 3. I think a 12-ounce beer is a 4-sipper for me. Unfortunately. But I don't know, we got 11 minutes. We're gonna try to make this less than 15 minutes. We gotta get this in before Thursday night football, boys and girls. I don't know. There's just not a lot to talk about. My team sucks. I hope Jackson loses just because he's down there with me. I hope Nick Lowe loses because he's down here with me. Of course, if you're anybody in the league, you want Nick Garvey to continue to keep losing. Because that just, guaranteed. I mean, he's already guaranteed a spot in the shit bowl, but like he's guaranteed either a free win or just like all you get now. Us down here at the bottom, wow, that was a fucking heart attack or a stroke right there. But us here at the bottom, we no longer have to fight for 4 spots, trying to be in that 6th, trying to make it to 6th place. We got to fight for 3 spots, trying to make it to 6. Like, so there's already a pretty good, like, I don't know, if you can stay in it, if you can win every couple of weeks here and there, you can kind of stay in it for a pretty decent amount of time. Like, at least we won't go down to, like, week 12 and be like, fucking no, you don't have a chance, you don't have a chance, you don't have a chance. It's like, this will probably go down to the wire, and I could see some 4-4 teams right now not making the fucking playoffs. You know what I mean? Who's got better records than Jackson, me, and Nick Lowe, Nick Garvey, and some of us. It's like there's some people I think could make it into the shit bowl, and there's some fucking shitters who've had a lot of shit luck beginning of this year. That could potentially make it out. Like, I think Jackson, he was on a pretty bad losing streak. I think at one point he was 1-3 or something like that. 1-3 is not, like, it's not a point where you can't come back, but that's not a good spot to start the season through 4 games. And I don't know, he may have been 2-2. I don't remember, but I know he was down here with me in the shitter spots for a couple weeks there early on, and he's made a change, and I think he's on the up now. So I don't think anything's happening to Jesse. I don't think anything's happening to Owen, and I don't think anything's happening to Nick Dabrowski. Now, the one that's got the most potential to either boom or fucking sink, I think, is Mikey. He could easily win this league. Easily win this league with the players that he's got, but they've got to show up. Brock Bowers has to be here and healthy and get his 15 catches a game or whatever the fuck he was averaging last year. It was insane. He's like 10 catches for 100 plus yards and maybe even a touchdown. Insane work, but he's been hurt, 2nd year, and Rashee Rice, oh my God, dude. He wasn't necessarily hurt. He was more suspended, but he did, he had an injury last year that was pretty serious. And, but dude, he's fucking 20 some odd points every week. 23 points he's averaging in the first 2 weeks he's back. I don't know if that's going to continue. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs have really tried to get him some of his incentives so he can get some money this year. But I think they're forcing it. And I understand we weren't the best clicking offense with Just Worthy and Kelsey and Hollywood Brown and some of these guys, but like we got Juju. Like starting from the shittiest wide receiver we have Thornton. Great wide receiver, great down the field catch, especially once he got on the same page with Mahomes. It's great. He got Juju. Then you got fucking Hollywood. Then you got Worthy. Then you got Rice. You know what I mean? Like, that's 5 wide receivers who maybe Thornton, wouldn't be playing on 50% of the the teams out here in the NFL. But all the other ones would. Like, I guarantee you Hollywood Brown, if he wasn't hurt all of last year, to be fair, he hasn't really done shit this year, but, like, I don't know. I feel like he could get us another contract somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, at a Houston or something. Like, just help out a struggling offense. Yep. Forceps. But, I don't know. We're rambling. 16 minutes into this. We got to get this done. Almost done. 4-sipper. See ya. All right, boys. I'm outie. In a second. See ya.